What's up, guys? Andy Bean with Beanero Outdoors. So we got out there again this morning and delivered. We're gonna have us a catch and cook. So like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. At least if you could share my video. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers, and yeah, enough chit chat, as I always say. Let's get out there. That was a stupid squirrel. But that's my limit in Virginia here. You're only allowed to kill 6 a day. So that was my 6th one. So let's get them skinned. And we got out there. Now let's get out of here and go skin them. Cook us up something nice. Real nice.
Really nice.
Alright guys, so we're back in the kitchen. I'm going to make this a little bit fancier, but it's not a hard recipe. What I did, I took some chicken broth, put it in my Instapot. If you don't have an Instapot, you can use a slow cooker. You can use just a pot and put it on the stove and cook it on low heat for about 2 to 3 hours. But what I did, I took my chicken broth, put it in there, pressure cooked my squirrel, peeled it off, put it in a container. And what we're going to do is make some squirrel and grits, and we're going to use that broth from the Instapot, and we're going to make a gravy. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so the grits that I'm using, I'm going to make them first, and I'm going to make a gravy. The grits I'm using are just your instant grits, real quick. I have 8 packets. So with that 8 packets, it calls for 4 cups of water. Well, the secret to any really good grits is I took some chicken stock. We're going to add 1 cup of that, and then we're going to actually heavy cream. We're going to add a whole cup of that. So just to get all of this out, and then the rest we're going to add water, and that's my 2 cups of water. But what I'm doing is just kind of rinsing that cream out. Just trying to get it all out of there the best I can. You're not going to get like it completely. It's still going to have that stick to it. And then next, we're going to bring this to a boil. And while you're trying to bring it to a boil, you want to kind of like stir it up a little bit, because that cream is going to stick if it gets too hot. So every once in a while, just mix it through, and it also mixes the water, the chicken broth, and the cream all together, so it's not like separating on it. So we're back. Like I said a second, we got this going to a boil. Now we're going to take all our grits, dump them in. And you can use any kind of grits. I'm using like the assorted pack of the 3 cheeses. I think it's like 3 cheese, American, cheddar, and yeah, putting all these in there real quick. And then we're just stirring it in. I'm gonna turn my heat down once I've got it coming to a boil. I'm just gonna mix in all of these, because I don't want my heat to keep going and burn my grits. Now you're just going to want to keep stirring these, break them up, and eventually this is going to thicken up really good. Leave a comment down below what kind of grits you like. Do you like the runny grits, or do you like really thick grits? Because I'm a thick grits kind of guy, like to the point they're almost like solid together. So now as you're stirring them, you're going to feel them thicken up, and you can see right here by the video, since whenever I first put them in, they're starting to really thicken up. When they're starting to do that, what I like to do, I take just a little bit more cheese, add it in there. I didn't say this was healthy, but man, this is good. I've made this one other time. We're going to add just about that much of cheese. Stir it in there, let that cheese melt. Now that cheese is cold, it's going to bring this down a little bit in temperature, but you just keep stirring it. The secret to grits, don't stop stirring. So now we've got this. There's still a tad bit soupy, as you can see. I'm going to take it off the eye and I'm going to put it on the other eye. I'm going to start on my gravy, because as I'm starting on my gravy, this is going to thicken up. Now this right here is my stock from when I put the Squirrel in the Instapot. So all that you're seeing on top, that's from the Squirrel. And so I got my pan heated right, or heating right now, and I'm going to show you how I make my gravy. Alright, now I got my ladle here. I'm just going to dip it down in. 1, 2. I'm going to do 3 for right now, because that's a good amount that's here in the pan. Now I'm going to bring this up to boil. Alright, you can see this is coming to a boil here. Stir it around just a little bit. And as I'm doing that, so I did not have all-purpose white flour. I have whole wheat flour. I was wanting all-purpose white flour, but I got right now half a cup of the flour, and I'm just going to smash it down in there, make it come together, and just keep adding it until you get the right consistency. Problem is, you don't want that flour clumping up. You just want to keep mixing. If you've got like a whisk, for me, I'm cooking on Teflon, so I can't use a metal whisk. But if you've got a whisk that is rubber, or if you're doing this in a metal plate, that'll work out really well. So I've got about 1/4 of flour in here right now. I've got my heat turned down really low, because you don't want to burn it. It is very easy to make this clump up. As you see right here, I'm having to break it up, and you just want to keep stirring. Alright, now we got our gravy to just the right consistency. I'm going to cut my heat off. It's going to stay warm. I got my eye going. And that's pretty much it. Your gravy is your last thing you want to make, because it comes together really quick. And so put this down. I'm going to add a little bit of my Squirrel now to that gravy. Just put it in there. Just and mix it in with it. Just a little bit, because we're going to be taking the squirrel that's over here and putting it on top of our grits. But I want to put just a little bit in that gravy. Try to give it a little bit of that squirrel taste. I mean, you're already using the squirrel taste from the stock that you made. I'm going to put my gravy right there, bring my grits back over, and as you can see, it's really thickened up. They've really thickened up nice and good. And I'm going to clean this in just a second. Secret to cooking, clean your utensils as you're doing it. You won't have near the mess, and the wait time that you're waiting for something to heat up works out perfect while you're cleaning. That's if you got no kids and like no distractions around you like I do whenever I cook. Alright, so we got our bowl, we got our grits. I think two scoops is enough right now. I'm going to take our squirrel that we got over here. Put it on top. Right there in our grits. And I gotta get me a spoon. Take our gravy. Put it right on top here. Try not to make too much of a mess by putting it on there and getting it on the stove. Alright. And last but least, I gotta add some of that Tony Chachere's, that Creole seasoning. I'm just going to put a little bit on top here. Booyah! Now let's taste test. Spoon. Squirrel and grits. Get some of the squirrel, some of the gravy, some of the grits. That is good. I would use all-purpose, like the white flour, not the wheat flour that I used. That's the only thing it's missing in my opinion. It's Tony Chachere's that I added to it. Gave it a good kick. But another recipe for you guys. This is really good, and if there's ever one that's not good, I'm gonna tell you. But I like all food. I like everything. But until next time, like, comment, and subscribe, as I always say. Share this video, get it out there. Almost to 1,000. I know I've been saying that, but I really am. And just share it with your friends, get them to subscribe, and I appreciate all the support from all of you guys, and thanks for coming along my journey at YouTube. Thank you for everything. But until next time, I'm Andy Bean with Bean Row Outdoors, and y'all get out there, because I'm getting in here.